took it to the edge, didn't give up.
Hey, take a look at what people are dealing with here in Lubbock, Texas. That's floodwater on the road. Whoa, lightning out there, and that's a golf course they're traveling by. And yeah, talking about the world's largest water hazard there. This is the Lake Ridge Country Club, and definitely looking a lot more like a lake and perhaps a fast-moving river in some places. The area currently sitting at the third wettest May on record, with a total rainfall now of 7.13 inches, and we have more rain in the forecast right now for much of Lone Star State, as well as severe weather we're dealing with right now, and we're tracking that. Hey there, thanks for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Mark Elliott. And Paul, no rest for the weary here. Texas getting hit again. Another round of intense and heavy rain, not only today, but every day this week.
And as you prepare for the weekend, there's even more rain we have to prepare you for. And yeah, some of the people who are getting way too much rain will get more as well. Take a look at the big picture here. We're still tracking severe weather across areas of Texas. And look at this, all this red and orange and this heavy rain here moving through areas of Texas. And we have severe weather as well. We have a new tornado warning for Aransas, Nueces, and San Patricio counties here. This is to the east and to the north of the Corpus Christi area. Again, there has been a spotted tornado with the southern end of this line here as it moved across Corpus Christi Bay and right by the airport there in Corpus Christi. But still, this line potentially is still producing more tornadoes. And again, it's this entire large line here eventually heading on towards Port O'Connor and Port Lavaca as well. With more on this, let's head to Mark.
Yeah, we want to talk more about not only these storms, but the storms for today, Paul, as the severe weather threat is really increasing. Starting off with the big picture, you can see that our kind of Boeing segment, our cluster of storms heading towards the Texas coast. But the big feature for later is this area of low pressure providing the spin and a dry line that will act like a cold front to pick up the storm and the moisture threat and really condense that into some nasty weather for later on. Starting off in Texas, though, anywhere these storms have gone, flood warnings remain. Very heavy rain, blinding rains, difficult travel. But along the line of storms right now, the biggest threat is the winds, both 50, 60, even 70 mile per hour straight line wind potential here, and also some rotating winds. You notice on the radars here these kind of notches. There's one here, there's one right about here, and they continue all the way down the coast. Those are some weak areas of rotation along the front edge of these storms. Each one of these little notches, these little push-outs, could have a tornado. So there's several moving towards the bay. They're going to be moving towards the coast, but Aransas and Refugio counties, you're under a tornado warning. The rotation not that strong, right? We're not seeing clear-cut tornadoes here, although there was one reported as it moved right over the airport at Corpus Christi. But notice right here, this is probably one of our best signatures. Area of counterclockwise rotation right in here, greens and reds next to each other. So that's an area of concern. Definitely watch out as this line of storms makes its way towards the coast. Even if you don't see a tornado, 50, 60 mile per hour winds, not out of the question. That is blowing right on through Corpus Christi and then off into the Gulf. So here's another view close to Corpus Christi Bay as these storms roll right by. Now at the beaches, not only the chance for flooding, but the chance for one of those kind of brief circulation spin-ups. We have several of them being indicated on the radars right now. Timing this out for you, it's basically already past Corpus Christi and moving off the coast, so that's something to watch out for. Now, as we watch our way through the rest of the day, big storms off to the east, and then another round coming into West Texas later on tonight. Paul, over to you.
Well, today isn't the only day that we're putting you on alert. This outbreak will span the entire weekend. Oklahoma, Chicago, you too need to pay close attention throughout the weekend and be on top of which day is the bigger threat for you. And in fact, it goes for you in Chicago and Oklahoma City. It could be the entire weekend. And yeah, we are no strangers for severe weather overall, but certainly this year as well. Let's talk about what's driving this. We have a big upper level disturbance kind of coming across Southern California. It's giving rain again to San Diego for the second straight day here. Most likely setting yet another record. Last couple of hours, we picked up almost 2/10 of an inch of rain. That's rare. Well, it's been rare this year, but definitely rare this time of the year in general. All that's going to do is push out towards the Four Corners, then towards the plains, and energize thunderstorms by helping bring more lift effect in rising air, that causes thunderstorms, and eventually, when you have wind shear, it causes you severe weather as well. So as this pushes on eastward, Mark talking about the dry line still there as we head through tomorrow. Again, focal point for more thunderstorms to develop, but plenty of Gulf of Mexico moisture with this counterclockwise rotation with this low being drawn in from the Gulf of Mexico. You got all the fuel there, and the dry line is the trigger. In fact, it's not just stopping here across the southern plains. Look how far north these moist dew points are. Again, coming from Texas all the way up towards Fargo, a dew point of 62. Now, just relatively what dew points mean is a way of measuring moisture in the air. When the dew points gets above 50, you start to notice the moisture, humidity in the air, and we got the 60s there. In contrast, out towards the west, Salt Lake City, dew point in the 30 there, 32 in Tucumcari, New Mexico, so a much drier air mass there, but the moisture's all across the eastern, let's say, 3/5 of the nation here, all fuel for more thunderstorms. So in fact, we have all this greatest energy or CAPE here, which stretches from the Mexican border all the way up almost to the Canadian border. But it's not just that. That'll give you storms, some thunderstorms here. And where these two intersect, that's the zone for strong and severe thunderstorms. That's for tomorrow. And then we push everything eastward as we head towards Sunday as well. So let's first focus on your Saturday. We have torcons up here as well. Oklahoma City, yeah, we're dealing with some thunderstorms as well up towards Wichita as well. We have a 4 on the torcon there. Large hail, possibly tornadoes, not to mention damaging winds. Then we slide northward on I-35 all the way up into the upper Midwest here. So even Kansas City here, all day, a chance of thunderstorms. We have a 4 there on the torcon timing there. And again, the risk of severe weather doesn't just stop on Saturday. We also have Sunday, another day of severe weather. We'll talk about where coming up. Mark?
Yeah, and anywhere that severe weather goes, you'll likely see this, lightning strikes. And that is a big threat across the areas of the country with these storms moving on through. So let's talk about the ways that lightning can actually strike you. A direct strike, you might think that's the most common way, right? The lightning comes down and actually hits a person. But that's most common in open areas and is not actually the most common way that you're affected by lightning strikes. How about this? You could actually be next to a tall object, and that's called a side flash. When lightning strikes a tall object nearby, and then part of that jumps towards you, coming off the side of that object. One of the most common ways to be affected by the lightning strike is actually the current traveling along the ground. The energy from the lightning strike can actually travel across the ground, sometimes because there's water on the ground, sometimes just because that's the way the lightning disperses. That's the cause of most lightning deaths and lightning injuries, believe it or not. So you don't want to be outside, even if you're not near a tall object. This, the ground being hit, means you could be struck by lightning. There could be a conduction strike as well. Lightning can travel really long distances through wires, through pipes. That's how it can strike you inside. If you happen to be, for example, taking a shower at the time, we tell you not to use a corded phone because that's a conduction strike. It can go through wires, plumbing, or other metal surfaces like a fence if you do happen to be outside. And you know what? A streamer is one of the other ways that you can get struck by lightning. The main channel comes down, but then a secondary discharge happens, and that can strike you as well. So lots of risks to worry about with lightning. You got to take all the precautions with these storms, Paul.
Well, you definitely want to be careful no matter what is coming your way. And as you prepare for the weekend, here's some advice to keep you and your family weather ready in a tornado warning. If you're in a mobile home, simply get out. Go to a sturdy shelter because most tornadoes can destroy even tied down mobile homes. You want to go to your sturdiest permanent building. And if you happen to be in your car, seek shelter in a sturdy building. Avoid shelter under bridges. Or if you're stuck in your car, you can drive out of the tornado's path by driving at right angles. Don't try to race along with it. Up next, we'll have a very different and unique perspective on the drought in California.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 76. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste as much energy as leaving a window open in your home all year long. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION, and you can get 25% off of new windows for your home. Call today, because every home needs a champion.
I've got plans, and this is my baby right now. So it's just not the right time to get pregnant. That's why I chose Skyla. Skyla is the small, flexible IUD that prevents pregnancy for up to 3 years. So for me, there are no daily pills or monthly refills. I got my Skyla placed in just a few minutes at my OBGYN's office. And if I want to try to get pregnant, I can get it removed whenever I want.
If you have a pelvic infection, get infections easily, or have certain cancers, don't use Skyla. Less than 1% of users get a serious infection called PID. If you have persistent pelvic or stomach pain, or if Skyla comes out, tell your doctor. Skyla may attach or go through the uterus and cause other problems. Pregnancy while using Skyla is uncommon, but can be life-threatening and may result in loss of pregnancy or fertility. Ovarian cysts may occur, but usually disappear. Bleeding and spotting may increase in the first 3 to 6 months and remain irregular. Periods over time usually become shorter, lighter, or may stop. Skyla does not protect against HIV or STDs.
Talk to your OBGYN about making the move to Skyla.
Check with your insurance to find out if you can get Skyla at no cost.
So you think this chip is nothing to worry about? Well, at Safelite, we know sooner or later, every chip will crack. These friends were on a trip when their windshield got chipped. So they scheduled at Safelite.com. They didn't have to change their plans or worry about a thing. I'll see you in a little bit. And I fixed it right away with a strong repair they can trust. Plus, with most insurance, a Safelite repair is no cost to you.
Really?
Being there whenever you need us, that's another Safelite advantage.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
There's a big difference between retirement and a secure retirement. Well, you may be standing right in front of the difference between uncertainty and knowing that everything's going to be all right. It's your home. Turning your home's equity into tax-free cash when you need it is a simple way to eliminate your existing monthly mortgage payments, pay off debt, and get you and your family the financial resources you need. It's a loan that your home pays back instead of you making monthly payments, the way you do with a traditional mortgage. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage. Now, we all love our homes. Why not just stay there using a reverse mortgage with AAG? It could be the perfect solution. Call us today to receive a free information pack with no obligation that contains a helpful 3-part guide and DVD. You'll receive a guide to reverse mortgages and how they work, including the many consumer safeguards that protect you and your home. Also, our important all-new reverse mortgage retirement planner that explains the many ways a reverse mortgage could provide stability and security for your retirement. We then add a guide filled with information for children and loved ones. It's got what you need to know about reverse mortgages and how they can play a vital role in your retirement plans.
Call 1-800-816-8185 to receive our all-new information pack, all absolutely free with no obligation. Call 1-800-816-8185. That's 1-800-816-8185.
Real retirement security makes all the difference. Find out more about what a reverse mortgage can do for you.
Call 1-800-816-8185 to receive our all-new information pack, all absolutely free with no obligation. Call 1-800-816-8185. That's 1-800-816-8185.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
We have several tornado warnings as a line of thunderstorms, a squall line with damaging wind gusts in places, comes toward the coast there. It began with a tornado spotted over the Corpus Christi airport, and now all the way up to the Victoria area, we have that line of thunderstorms down now at the coast east of the Corpus Christi area. So And let's see if my computer will go. There it goes. So several tornado warnings, 3 in fact, one for Aransas, Nueces, and San Patricio counties, heading toward the Port Aransas area with little kinks forward there, little surges forward with little circulations on the north edge of the surge. So there's one surging there. There's another one surging toward the Port Aransas area. So coming toward the Rockport area, about 154, Fulton 159 as it moves across that area. Then areas east of Refugio, talking about Aransas and Refugio counties. Again, you can see some of those little kink forwards in several places. There are circulations along those coming toward relatively low populated area, the next community, Ostwell, at about 217. And then yet one further up the line here, south and east of the Victoria area, toward the Bloomington area, Victoria County, with a tornado warning there for possible these circulations along the leading edge of the line. Here's the situation. I've taken a look here down in the area east of Corpus Christi, and you can see some of these circulations there. The red this way, eastbound, the greens westbound, and so there are several of these circulations. This one offshore, but additional of these circulations that are showing up here and there. So it's a day for, in the southeast Texas area, what we call non-supercell tornadoes. They aren't these individualized rotating thunderstorms, the little circulations that form on the leading edge of a squall line that could have some spotty damaging winds in it. Lots of lightning, lots of heavy rain, maybe even some street flooding. Let's get back now to the studio.
Thanks, Dr. Forbes. And, you know, we are following the drought in California as well. How about this for a new view of the California drought? Check it out.
Lake Oroville is symbolic of the drought out west. This is the second largest reservoir in this region. Spend just a few minutes here and you'll quickly see why the outlook is grim. It can hold 3.5 million acre-feet of water. This massive lake, a critical water supply for our daily lives. From drinking to irrigation, even fighting fires, the water is pumped to cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. The shoreline at Oroville spans 167 miles, and that's where you see it most. The dramatic water loss is exposing a vast terrain of brown hills and valleys that used to be submerged. California's drought is changing our landscape. During the good years, you can see the water line just below this bridge. But after a crippling dry spell, now 4 years long, the water is dropping every day, plunging some 150 feet. And it's not just Oroville in trouble. Every major reservoir in California, and there are 12 scattered across this state, plays a major role in water supply and distribution. But water levels are at historic lows, and they're dropping every day. Many, like this reservoir, are operating at just a fraction of capacity. California is in a state of emergency. Even the occasional rain won't put a dent in the current drought. Water levels at reservoirs all across the state won't rise anytime soon. It's replenished here by rainfall and the melting snowpack. The forecast calls for neither of those, so California's drought shows no sign of ending anytime soon. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Lake Oroville, California.
Thanks, Miguel. We got a small drop in the bucket, but a big rain day for the month of May across portions of California. San Diego yesterday, 1.63 inches of rain, shattering the old record from 1977 of 1.49. You know, LA had a pretty busy day as well. 0.72 inches of rain yesterday. The previous record for the day was 0.03. So a little bit more rain than that, right? You know what? Look at some of these totals. Over an inch in many locations, and we'll take it. It doesn't erase the drought, but it's better than nothing. We're back following severe weather next.
Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. The seal you can trust, with stain and sealer in one, and easy to choose colors. Exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. Available at the Home Depot.
It's a beautiful day to use Thompson's Water Seal.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Because you can't see, zero heartburn.
Prilosec OTC, the #1 doctor-recommended frequent heartburn medicine for 9 straight years. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
You may not be a prepper now, but you will be. Whether the next disaster is man-made or wrought by Mother Nature, you need a plan.
WiseFoodStorage.com's emergency gourmet meals are made in the USA, delicious, easy to prepare, just add water, and packaged and proportioned perfectly, eliminating waste and creating a shelf life of up to 25 years. Why face your next emergency on an empty stomach? Request your free sample today at WiseFoodStorage.com.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
That's why we get real local the moment you need it.
We are live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida.
Real accurate.
This is round.
From real experts on the ground.
That is a gust front for you right there in Dusty, Texas. Wow.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on. Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 76. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is new True Heart from One A Day. It's the only heart health supplement with ingredients to both help lower bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure, and also includes CoQ10. Try new True Heart.
I know, I used 3 strips of tape. Gorilla Packaging Tape. Of course.
Gorilla Packaging Tape is 2 times thicker and 50% wider to hold with just 1 strip for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, save up to $200 on eyeglasses. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
This is amazing.
I love this car.
Real people are discovering surprising things at Chevy.
This is a road trip car.
We're sold. It's so pretty.
They're good-looking cars. It feels great.
Perfect. This is not what I would expect from a Chevy at all.
Get more than you expect for less than you imagined at the Chevy Memorial Day sale going on now. Get cash back for 15% of the MSRP on select 2015 models in stock the longest. That's over $4,000 on this Chevy Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Alltech Roofing, the area's premier roofing company since 1984. We are a family-owned and operated business, and we specialize in roof replacement, repair, and new construction of all roof types. Alltech Roofing is proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have received numerous awards for quality and workmanship. Join our legions of satisfied customers today by calling Alltech Roofing for a free quote on any of your roofing needs.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
Please call 1-855-305-2053 now.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live, and take a look at this massive sinkhole that opened up in a grocery store parking lot here. This is about 40 miles southwest of Fort Worth. It's about 60 feet wide and 30 feet deep, and it's growing. It's being blamed by all the recent heavy rain, making things worse. A water pipe at the hole burst, saturating the ground and making even more dirt give way. The crews are having trouble fixing the pipe, and city officials say every time it rains, crews have to stop working.
And every time it rains, there's rainwater pouring through that culvert, and they have to get out of the hole and out of the way. And so, yes, with every drop of rain, we've got a little bit more of an impediment to this process.
And engineers say it will take weeks to fix the storm drain and secure the sinkhole before filling it back in. And I want to go in depth on the storms we're tracking right now and the forecast for more this weekend. Mark is in the lab breaking it all down.
Yeah, Paul, we've got a very busy setup, not only today, but over the next couple of days. The severe weather ingredients are all coming together once again. So severe storms raging already today, and this is really just the beginning. We start out with the general zone for today, and there's really two separate areas. Later on today, we're really going to focus in near an area of low pressure that's coming out of the west, and then a dry line that extends down through Texas. We're also watching South Texas and coastal Texas right now for some big-time storms there. Here's the setup. This is the dry line that's going to kick up the storms. Area of low pressure providing the spin, organized storms, maybe some rotating storms later on today as well. And then we've been following this cluster of storms. Look at that big backward C shape indicating very gusty winds moving towards the Texas coast. And within this shield of very gusty straight line winds, we have little tiny kinks in the line where we have been seeing some rotating winds, even some tornadoes reported moving right over the Corpus Christi airport. And a similar setup right now just south of Victoria. This is Victoria County, and you notice right in here, you see that little push forward? That is one of those areas, the kinks in the line, that has some of those rotating winds. So Victoria County, again, tornado warning for you until 2:15. A little muddled as we're very far away from the radar site, but it's this area here where we are looking at a little bit of rotation on the front edge of that line of storms that's moving on through. Meanwhile, the cluster that moved through Corpus Christi itself is now off the coast. Just north of there, a brand new tornado warning, Aransas, Calhoun, Refugio counties, tornado warning for you. This is about to move off to the waters there and into the bay. That said, we do have this tornado warning until 2:30, and at times this has been showing some of our best rotation for those greens and reds right next to each other and moving towards the north and east here. So that's something to watch. A little bit of rotation on that cell as it pushes towards the bay. So again, a tornado warning until 2:30. The model's saying that these storms are going to go off the coast eventually, but watch out for flooding rains. And then we watch the dry line storms kicking off a little bit later on today, maybe even into the nighttime hours. So for today in Texas, this is really just the beginning of the show. And we've had so much rain as of late that flooding is a big time concern. Flash flood watches for all of almost all of the Texas coast, much of North Texas, continuing on into much of Oklahoma, especially central Oklahoma. Any more rain, there's no place for this water to go. And now we can shift gears into what happens from here. This low is an upper level feature spiraling around out west. It's what's responsible for the heavy rains in Southern California, some of the snows in the higher elevations. But that feature comes into the plains and really sets up the shop for a severe weather outbreak as we work our way into the weekend. So for tomorrow, here comes that strong disturbance. Out ahead of it, the Gulf of Mexico open for business. We get all this really deep tropical moisture coming into play, going almost all the way to the Canadian border. And so when you add in that rotation coming into play, we're going to see some big time storms. Now, tomorrow, the greatest available energy, look at that, from North Dakota and northern Minnesota straight on down to the Gulf Coast. The winds rotating around that upper level low intersect with this area. So we're really concerned from Texas into Oklahoma. That's some of the areas with the highest torcons, but there could be tornadoes all the way up to the northern tier. So that's why that whole region of the center of the country is painted in red for you right now. now. And again, the biggest threat tomorrow will be north central Texas into central Oklahoma, a 5 on the Torcon. A little further north, Kansas and Nebraska, a 4 out of 10 on the Torcon scale. And once you get towards the northern tier, it's a 3. But still, 3 is not 0. We'll monitor the storms that are happening right now and continue to watch the weekend in 1 minute.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 76. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, now on Weather Center Live, the weekend is here, and whatever your weekend plans are, you need to check in with the Weather Channel during each day because the ingredients are coming together, setting up for a nasty, severe weather outbreak.
And what's coming is because of what's happening right now in Southern California. Storms there are setting the stage for what will be a rough couple of days throughout the south, throughout the plains. More rain adding insult to injury, right? Areas that have been dealing with insane flooding could see more. We're here to take you day by day, hour by hour. It's our expert-filled in-depth coverage, and it continues right here, right now on Weather Center Live. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. You've made it to the end of another work week, but the weekend could be dangerous. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. We want to jump right in and make sure that you know what's happening now, and also as we head over the next couple of days as well. And just issued now a new tornado watch until 8 o'clock Mountain Time for areas of northeastern Colorado, areas of central and western Nebraska, including out towards the Panhandle, and areas of southeastern Wyoming, again, until 8 o'clock, meaning in and around this red shaded area, we can see strong and severe thunderstorms, and some can quickly produce tornadoes with little or no advance warning. We're also watching areas in Texas for ongoing severe weather. With more on that, let's head to Mark.
Yeah, Paul, a dangerous day has already started. So yes, tornadoes potentially through the day today, a severe weather setup that we have been following. Here's the big view for you. Warm front has now gone all the way up past Omaha, or really right to Omaha. That's this line of storms from St. Louis to Omaha. The area of low pressure responsible is back here towards the Four Corners. That's why we do have that extra spin near that low, and that's where the tornado watch has been issued. The dry line will be responsible for kicking up some storms. That intersection of the dry air out towards the west and the Gulf of Mexico moisture, and in that moist environment, big time storms are rolling towards the Texas coast. So those are the areas that we're watching for today. Starting out with the areas that are ongoing right now, big-time storms have rolled through South Texas, and everywhere they went, they left some flooding. Those are all the green boxes on the map. But maybe more pressing right now is the front edge of this line of storms, which is showing a little bit of rotation. That's why Victoria County is under a tornado warning until 2:15. Within here, it's this very front section. You notice it's pushed forward right in there just a little bit. Winds going away from the radar out in front and then back towards the radar. It's very far from the radar site, but there have been some reports here of along that kink seeing that rotation. Just to the south of there, here's Corpus Christi. Big time storms rolled through Corpus Christi. 65-mile-per-hour winds were estimated as this storm rolled on through. And then notice it kind of backs its way off towards the north, and right in there is another one of those kinks in the line where there could be a little bit of that rotation. We've been following this, so the tornado warning continues until 2:30. Aransas, Calhoun, Refugio counties all under that tornado warning. And there it is, right? You see the reds and greens right next to each other. Reds going away from the radar site, which is back in Corpus Christi. Greens going towards the radar, so you have that counterclockwise spin. Brief tornadoes, but tornadoes nonetheless. These look like they're going to be going right over the water, so maybe some water spouts. Careful for the boaters and the beachgoers today, because we're going to see some big-time storms rolling right along the Texas coast. Here, we're zooming in for you. Rockport Port is getting hit right now. Port Aransas, you're getting hit right now with these storms. A little bit of rotation right over Rockport, in fact. So there's that look at the counterclockwise flow with these storms going on by. Definitely an area of concern as we look towards the Texas coast. Now, meanwhile, we're following these storms for the rest of the day. They'll eventually push off the coast. Lots of moisture streaming off the Gulf of Mexico, though. And then the dry line storms get going a little bit later on today, Paul. So we're really going to be watching the southern plains and near that low, near the Front Range. Over to you.
Certainly will. In fact, today won't be the only day we're putting you on alert. This outbreak will span the entire weekend. So, hey, heads up, Dallas, Minneapolis, this includes you this weekend as well. Let's talk about this. And the reason why we're seeing this energy is what's happening right now in California. A huge upper level low, rare for this time of the year, is giving us rain in LA and San Diego. We're talking record-setting rain the last day or so. We'll see more record-setting rain falling right now. That trough starts to swing on out, and that spin sets up shear. It also helps to bring more uplift in the atmosphere that helps these storms to go, and the shear starts to perhaps make these storms last for a while and also potentially bring you some large hail, damaging winds, not to mention the risk of tornadoes, and it continues to pull in Gulf of Mexico moisture all the way up towards the Canadian border here. So first on Saturday, we have the risk of severe weather, again, from Mexico all the way up towards the Canadian border, all points in between. And in terms of risk of tornadoes, already have a Torcon here, parts of Texas and Oklahoma, a 50% chance of seeing a tornado. As we head on towards Kansas, Nebraska, 4 on the Torcon there, and even up towards the upper Midwest here, North and South Dakota, areas of western Minnesota, we have a 3 on the Torcon for Saturday, but we also have the risk of more severe weather as we head towards Sunday as well. So Dallas, again, cloudy now. We'll see some storms firing up as we head on through your Saturday and Saturday night as well. Now, Sunday, we also still have plenty of moisture now being brought up all the way up to the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes here, giving us another chance for severe weather. Again, we got the surface winds screaming up from the south. We have the mid-level winds coming in from the southwest, and that's that shear that's being set up. So again, all the ingredients are in place here for more severe weather, stretching from the Big Bend area, Texas, right back through Dallas again, on through areas of Little Rock, St. Louis, even Chicago, Madison, Wisconsin. We have a risk as we head on towards Sunday. So look at our Torcons here, areas that typically don't see or haven't seen a lot of severe weather so far this season. We got 4s in the Torcon here, areas of Wisconsin, Illinois, even Indiana, as we head through your Sunday, meaning we have a 40% chance of seeing tornadoes within 50 miles of that region. And let's take a look at the Twin Cities here as we head towards Sunday. Scattered showers in the morning. We could see some more hit-and-miss storms toward the afternoon, and then drying out as we head on towards the evening hours as you try to wind things down, get back to work and school as we head on towards Monday. So again, this is not just a current severe weather risk. We have the risk on Saturday as well as Sunday as well across a good chunk of this nation. But we'll keep you updated here on the Weather Channel, as well as your Weather Channel app on your phone, on your computer, even your tablet. Again, keep an eye there and find out how you can keep you and your family safe. Mark?
And Paul, here's some more advice to help keep those of you safe out there that might be in the path of some of these storms. For severe weather, or really anytime there's a tornado warning, here's what to do if you are in a home that has a basement. The key is to avoid the windows, maybe get into the basement and under some kind of sturdy protection. That will help a lot. Maybe cover yourself with some padding or a sleeping bag just in case there is some debris nearby. Meanwhile, if you don't have a basement, like a dorm or an apartment, try to get to the lowest level, avoiding the windows and putting as many walls between you and the storm as possible. We're back after this.
Quiet! Mom has a headache!
Had a headache, but now I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
At Ancestry, we call it a hint. Simply type in a name and follow the Ancestry leaf far into your family's past. A past filled with stories that intrigue and inspire. And in doing so, reveal the one unique, improbable, and completely remarkable path that led to you. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Still paying too much for home phone service? Do the math. MagicJack costs only $35 a year for unlimited local and long distance calling to the U.S. and Canada. And with the mobile app, get unlimited text messaging.
Unlimited texting for iOS only.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday, scattered showers or thunderstorms, high 85. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday night, thunderstorms early, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather Channel's most watched original program,
and it just hit us,
is back.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Anyone have occasional constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating?
Yes.
One Phillips Colon Health probiotic cap each day helps defend against these occasional digestive issues with 3 types of good bacteria. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Let's do this. We start here. Pick up a few of those. Okay, a lot of those. Boom. Spring. Let's do this. Toro days are here, and so are big savings. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. One day, it started to rain and rain. Water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house thought she let the family down. But the family just didn't think a flood could ever happen.
The reality is, floods do happen. Protect what matters. Get flood insurance. Call 888-RAIN-383 to learn more.
There's been another tornado reported from this line of thunderstorms moving across southeast Texas. County 1 mile east of Gregory, law enforcement and emergency management report that there's been damage and injuries at the TPCO plant. Now that line of thunderstorms continued past the Victoria area, past Corpus Christi, heading toward the Port O'Connor area of southeast and middle coastal parts of Texas. Here's the line of thunderstorms that has produced a tornado. This one, Aransas, Calhoun, Refugio counties around the Rockport area. The line has little kinks embedded in the leading edge of that, and those are due to circulations that are pulling the line forward in places. It's right near the Fulton area around now and pushing its way off toward the east. Here's the big picture in the high definition radar. You see some places that are surging forward, and then some of these little kinks that are coming forward like that. I'll show you the Doppler velocities. And some of these little kinks in particular, now this one right here is showing a backwards little surge there. Here's another one just to the east of Fulton. There has some circulations in that. So while these usually are brief tornadoes, they aren't necessarily weak. And we've just had one, as I mentioned, east of Gregory in San Patricio County that has caused damage. The line continues up to the area north and east of the Victoria area, Victoria County. For just a few more minutes now, you're under tornado warning. The circulations in this leading edge of this line don't look quite as strong, but they're not an area that is real favorable for the tornado to see either. So we'll see if there's a new updated and extended tornado warning for the areas to the east of this. Let's go back now to the studio and Paul. Hey, check this out. Firefighters were able to get 6 people out of the vehicle safely after being stranded in high water around San Diego, California. 4 apartment units also had to be evacuated. Now, the rains backed up freeways, and yes, this is an incredible amount of rain for San Diego in May. They've seen more rain so far this month than they would usually see for the entire rest of the summer. So much rain, they delayed the Padres game against the Nationals, their first rain delay in 4 years, and their 4th rain delay in 10 years of playing baseball in downtown San Diego. That new stadium there opened in 2004. Incredible amount of rain. And let's talk about this because the rain is still on the move here. We're seeing, this rain here, this low, this upper level low as well as surface low, that's going to help energize more severe weather that we'll be covering as we head through Saturday and Sunday as it moves across the 4 corners. But look at all this rain, even some mountain snow there, and also some mountain snow up towards Flagstaff. Snow level 7,000 feet, dropping even lower as we head overnight. Let's talk more about San Diego. Again, wettest May day on record yesterday, 1.63 inches. The previous wettest day on May was May 8th, but back in 1977, where you had just under 1.5 inches of rain. We blew that away yesterday, and it's still raining there right now as well. Even LA, previous record rainfall, not even 1/10 of an inch. We're talking 0.03. We had nearly 3/4 of an inch of rain in LA yesterday as well, so setting records. Still seeing some rain showers across the Southland, moving on to San Diego, but also rain moving into Arizona. This part of the world doesn't do well with heavy rain, and heavy rain is falling right now. The forecast as we head through the afternoon, more rain heading on towards Phoenix. Some heavier showers as we head towards 9, 10 o'clock, and also plenty of snow. So if you're traveling Interstate 40, there will be snow on your route as we head throughout tonight into tomorrow morning. And then as the low starts to wind on through, we start slowly drying out and clearing out as we head on towards late tomorrow morning. Mark?
And Paul, up in the Northeast, the heat is going to be on, so get ready as you make your plans for the weekend. Back and forth, right? It's been a topsy-turvy setup in the Northeast. Hot, then cool, now hot again as we head towards the weekend. Here's why. High pressure aloft, sinking air, compressing air, southerly winds around our surface high off the coast, though. So that's going to bring the temperatures that we've been seeing in the southeast, like these, up the I-95 corridor. 80s today, by tomorrow and Sunday, 90s in the south. We're back.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event now through June 1st, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and receive your first 2 months payments on us, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
So you think this chip is nothing to worry about? Well, at Safelite, we know sooner or later, every chip will crack. These friends were on a trip when their windshield got chipped. So they scheduled at Safelite.com. They didn't have to change their plans or worry about a thing. I'll see you in a little bit. And I fixed it right away with a strong repair they can trust. Plus, with most insurance, a Safelite repair is no cost to you.
Really?
Being there whenever you need us, that's another Safelite advantage.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Life is a journey. There's a starting point and an ending point. Between these 2 points, we sometimes lose our way. Until the day comes when our travels bring us full circle, returning us to the place where it all started, reminding us why we're on this journey to begin with. Find something more in Illinois.
As the host of a popular home improvement show, I know a lot about finding a great contractor for home repairs and improvement projects. Now there's HomeAdvisor.com, a free service that matches your project to top local service professionals.
We didn't have to do any work other than say what we needed.
Just 1, 2, 3, I found my guy and everything was smooth.
And it's always free to use.
We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com now to get started on your next project.
HomeAdvisor.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
Please call 1-866-686-7952 now.
Time to sweat, boys. Big time. Let's get this thing right. This is my one shot.
I have made fire!
Fat Guys in the Woods. The new season starts June 7th, only on the Weather Channel.
At Tire Kingdom, get Memorial Day savings the entire month of May. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free instantly when you get them installed. Choose from Goodyear, Continental, Cooper, Nitto, and more. Get your Memorial Day savings now at your neighborhood Tire Kingdom, home of the lowest tire price guarantee. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Tire Kingdom Service Centers. That's all you need.
I avoided steps.
I hated pickle jars.
Then my pharmacist recommended Capsaicin HP for arthritis.
Capsaicin quickly blocks pain at the nerve level for hours.
The more I use it, the better I feel.
Capsaicin HP. Take the pain out of arthritis.
Back pain? Get the same kind of therapy without an appointment. Smart Relief from Icy Hot.
Press a button and relaxing pulses quickly block even chronic pain. It's wireless and easy to use.
Smart Relief from Icy Hot. No appointment necessary.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program,
And it just hit us.
is back.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday, scattered showers or thunderstorms, high 85. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday night, thunderstorms early, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. Still tracking severe weather here popping up in areas of coastal Texas. We have a new tornado warning right now for Hidalgo, Kennedy, as well as Willacy County here in Texas until 2:45 local time. So we're dealing with a couple of these already around the Corpus Christi area and points north towards Victoria. But now down here towards the valley here, we're seeing storms rolling across the area. They were severe earlier, and now we're seeing a signs of rotation with that. We're still dealing with this cell, which is still being warned for tornadoes for Aransas, Calhoun, and Refugio County here in Texas. And that warning goes until 2:30 local time as well. Definitely seeing some rotation with this as well. Again, the tornado warning goes until 2:30, including Bayside and Fulton as well. Continues to push eastward, and watch out for some damaging winds. Even without the tornado in your area, we still have the risk of damaging winds with this system as well. Again, this is just an entire line of thunderstorms rolling eastward with some damaging winds as well. Not to mention the heavy rain. See all the green boxes areas? Those are all flash flood warnings, meaning flooding is ongoing in this area, and we're still rolling this right on towards the coast areas of North Padre Island as well. And eventually we'll see some of this move into the Houston metro area, probably towards the tail end of rush hour. But if you're traveling west or southwest from the Houston-Galveston area, this is what you'll be dealing with as you head on towards Victoria, even Corpus, even down towards the Brownsville area and South Padre Island. Mark?
And so we're already seeing tornado warnings today, but this is just the beginning of a multi-day severe weather event. In fact, the dynamics, the setup gets even more conducive for tornadoes as we head towards tomorrow. The upper level low that's been given the heavy rains out west, including in Southern California, that's going to be drifting east towards the center of the country. Meanwhile, we also have all kinds of different winds with height. Surface winds coming out of the south, kind of the low level jet, kind of the southwest, the upper level winds more of a westerly direction. All that brings the moisture into play as well. So we have the moisture source. We've got different winds with height. It's everything we need to have a tornado tornado outbreak tomorrow. In fact, severe weather has been developing or will be developing through the center of the country because of all of these features. Up towards the north, a Torcon of 3, the central plains, a Torcon of 4, and the southern plains, a Torcon of 5. As we work our way in through tomorrow. That includes Dallas. Well, you'll have much of the day to get that daytime heating going, hitting the low 80s right as the biggest storm chance comes in. And it could be a dangerous afternoon. You'll have to wait to get your warnings. We'll be on. Stay tuned to the Weather Channel, that's for sure. Oklahoma City tomorrow, maybe storms a little bit earlier there, but still a chance for rotating storms in the afternoon hours, some big storms for you. And finally, we take a look at Omaha, where you could see storms through much of the day tomorrow, even after dark, Paul. So it could be a very dangerous day through the center of the country.
All right, thanks, Mark. Let's talk about straight line winds. Also a huge concern here with thunderstorms. We've seen it already, and we'll see more of this as we head through the weekend as well. Let's talk about how straight line winds are formed. And with thunderstorms, sometimes you have dry air going into the upper parts of a thunderstorm, and you have rain that starts evaporating into that dry air. So evaporation is a cooling process, so it starts to cool that air. And if you ever notice a difference in your house, the lower floors are always colder than the upper floors. Again, cold air sinks, and that's what happens with these thunderstorms. That cool air, colder air starts to plunge towards the ground and then starts to fan out from there. But it's not just that. There's also something else that goes in there. It's the forward speed of the thunderstorm. So you add that to the speed of this wind coming down from perhaps tens of thousands of feet aloft. Well, that creates a very strong straight line push of the winds in that direction. And if you notice the debris, if all the debris is falling in one location, one direction, that's a signature of straight line wind damage. Now, tornadic wind damage signatures is sometimes a herringbone type crisscrossing where you have more of a swirling wind. But these are, all the damage is pointed in one direction. And again, straight line winds can be well over 90 miles per hour.
This program brought to you by the 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience it, and there is no going back.
Make the journey as extraordinary as the destination. The exquisitely designed Lexus ES and ES Hybrid. Unforgettable. Get 0.9% financing on the 2015 ES 350. See your Lexus dealer.
When I'm out in the hot sun, I know how to hydrate on the inside. But what about my skin?
Coppertone Sport Sunscreen puts a breathable layer on your skin to help keep it hydrated by holding in natural moisture while providing protection from harmful UV rays.
Game on.
Coppertone Sport.
Brought to you by Coppertone Sunscreen.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails and spirits. Nothing makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze, drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
The day we landed Flight 1549 on the Hudson, people called me a hero. But I want you to meet someone who's a real hero to me. Her name is Aubrey. She's 9 years old, and she's a patient here at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Yep, I have ALL leukemia.
It's a very aggressive cancer, but Aubrey shows us what true bravery is all about.
Every day, thousands of children around the world depend on St. Jude's life-saving work. They're all heroes, fighting for their lives, and they need your help to survive. Now you can be their hero. Call today and become a St. Jude Partner in Hope for only $19 a month, just 63 cents a day. You'll help provide breakthrough treatments, research, and cures. You'll give these children the hope they need, just when they need it the most. Call now and help save precious lives for only $19 a month. Every month you'll receive a photo and story of a child you're helping. You'll help keep Danny Thomas's promise that no child is ever turned away because of a family's inability to pay. You'll help fund new research and find new cures for children. Our research has helped more than triple the survival rate for childhood cancers.
I support St. Jude, and I can assure you that the money you give is going to do something extraordinary. Save children's lives.
Only 63 cents a day. $19 a month can make all the difference for a child like Aubrey. A tax-deductible gift of any size will go to work immediately.
Your call today will help save thousands of children. Nothing could be more heroic than that.
Please, call the number on your screen right now. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children.
Control the weather, so we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday, scattered showers or thunderstorms, high 85. Chance of rain, 50%. Saturday night, thunderstorms early, low 76. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.